Scott got a Portuguese sausage. I can't say that.
You got the marina or bay, is that what you call this? You got the marina out here.
They were facing right out to the Arizona Memorial. To Pearl Harbor.
Marianne said to you and Elizabeth, did Emily join Facebook? I got a friend request from her.
I'm a fool to do your dirty work. Oh yeah. Oh, sorry about that.
I'm doing a tourist attraction in a submarine.
Whoa, are you Liz Gardner? The famous Liz Gardner? Man, I love Hawaii. Where are you at?
Our room. Good morning from paradise. We're here at Waikiki Beach. It is about, what, 6:10
6:10 in the morning.
And we are sitting out on the beach on a beach blanket, listening to the waves, and just waiting for the sun to rise.
We left you all last night pretty tired, and like the goal is like 9 p.m., 10 p.m., and we made it just to about 9 p.m., I'd say.
9, yeah.
Which is pretty good. It would have been 3 o'clock back home, so.
And we had like late night, early morning the day before.
So not too bad, but I was wide awake at 4:30 in the morning, which isn't too bad considering, because, you know.
It's not too bad. My goal was 5 a.m. and I would have easily made that goal, maybe even 5:30. But somebody else woke up and then he kept talking to me. Like, even though he knew I had a goal of sleeping longer, so finally at about 5, I decided I would just get up too.
I just can't help myself. I'm
He's
sorry,
so
Liz.
excited. I know.
I am
okay.
so
I
excited.
love that you're excited about
I'm
it.
excited. So hopefully tomorrow, I think we can stay up later today, and then I think the rest of the trip starting tomorrow will be back on track. I mean, 6 hours is a lot to recover in one day.
It's nice to be able to get up early though, anyway, because then you can see the sunrise and you don't feel really tired.
So we went to the bakery because the bakery opens at 6 a.m. And I think a lot of people, you know, maybe have traveled or on the same schedule because there was a huge line right off the bat.
I mean, it wasn't huge. There was probably like 5 groups ahead of us. But because we were trying to get out here in time to see the sunrise and we could see the sky was starting to lighten a little, we decided we would just do the beach first and then breakfast after. So
absolutely did not want to miss a Hawaiian sunrise or sunset. It's kind of like cruising, you know. If you're on the beach here in Hawaii, you want to take in as many of those as you can, which we're about to do right now. So we'll show you a little video and then get some breakfast. So we knew that we're kind of like on the sunset part of the island. So like, because it's set over here, so it's gonna rise this way. But you got Diamond Head and everything. But it's still really pretty. Like the sky,
super pretty.
The sky's pretty, but
the beach is still
I gotta show. Yeah, that's why I want to show you like how many people are out here now. It just totally changed. Like there's just all sorts of people out here now having a good old time. But look at that. Look at that cloud over there.
Although it's still very quiet compared to how it was.
Oh yeah.
In the afternoon yesterday.
For sure, and it feels great. Early morning surf's happening. It's just the sign of a beautiful day, and I think we're gonna go get some breakfast now.
Yeah.
And then make our way to Pearl Harbor to see the Okemos High School band, the Wolves, are gonna perform at Pearl Harbor today.
We went back to the Royal Hawaiian Bakery to order our breakfast. This bakery is super cute and offers different coffee options, fresh fruit, and bakery items such as croissants and muffins. They sell out pretty early each day, so if you want to try the bakery, I recommend going early. The staff here is super friendly and very helpful. So we're here at our room. We're actually sitting out on our balcony at this really cute little table. We were kind of thinking there's a lot of furniture for such a small space, but I'm really seeing the advantage of it right now because we went to the bakery and we couldn't really find a great place to sit down. A lot of people were reserving tables while their family waited in line, which is kind of unfortunate because then we had a bunch of stuff and didn't have anywhere to go. But in hindsight, it worked out better that we weren't able to sit down there because we ended up bringing our things back to the room, and now we have this amazing ocean view. And you pay for the balcony, you may as well enjoy it. So we're gonna sit up here and we're gonna try this breakfast before we head to Pearl Harbor. So I went with the bacon, spinach, and cheese quiche, and Scott decided to try something a little different, and he got the Portuguese sausage croissant. So I'll be curious how that is. And then when we checked in, they said that they had an amenity for us at the bakery, and we were going to get a banana nut muffin because they are famous for their banana bread here at the Royal Hawaiian, but that was actually what they were giving us for free. So we have some banana bread to try as well, which will be good.
What about the coffee? What do you got there?
Yeah, so we got the Royal Hawaiian latte. We got them both iced because it's already pretty warm out today. And it was I think it had, macadamia nut, coconut. Is there anything else?
Those are the two syrups.
The two syrups in it, and it was just a latte with that coconut macadamia nut, and it's really good.
So that was a $7.50 for the latte, and I think it ended up being like $29 when you added the quiche and the Portuguese sausage. But it looks like it's gonna be a really filling breakfast, so I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, I think it was a good idea. We made our way over to Pearl Harbor. The drive from Waikiki takes about 25 minutes, at least that morning. I definitely recommend checking your GPS the night before to see how long your estimate is, as the Honolulu traffic can be quite busy. You have to pay $7 to park at the Memorial, and we recommend getting there early, as the spots fill up quickly. There were people waiting for our spot when we left that day. The day that we were there, the Memorial opened from 8 a.m. until 4 p.m., and we got there right as they opened.
We have arrived to Pearl Harbor, and I already made one of my first purchases of the trip because earlier today, Liz was like, hey, do you have your sunglasses? Do you have this? Do you have that? I'm like, you're not traveling with the child. Like,
I have everything I need.
I have everything I need. And then we went to the bakery, and when we went back up to the room, I took everything out of my pockets.
And he told me right before we left that he had all his stuff and I didn't need to ask him. We get to the car, and what did you forget, Zach?
I forgot my sunglasses. I wasn't gonna wear a hat to Pearl Harbor, but I forgot my sunglasses. It's brutal. I'm struggling with that, so went to the gift shop to get some sunglasses.
They don't have them.
They don't have them, so went with a hat. Just kind of a funny story. How ironic that I was like, I'm a grown man. You don't have to tell me. I was like, you don't have to tell me. That's not what I was doing, but just kind of funny. And now I got a new hat. And now the band we're here to watch the band. Look at the setup.
I think this is where they're going to be.
You got the timpanis out there. The percussion are setting up. I see their Okemos shirts. This is very cool. We're going to see our daughter perform here in Hawaii at Pearl Harbor.
Super cool.
It's going to be a super awesome thing, and can't wait to watch.
On our Pearl Harbor day, we had to wake up pretty early. I'd say this is one of the earliest days we had to wake up. So we had to put on our concert outfits, which were our blue band shirts and black shorts. And so right after we did that, we got onto the buses and drove over close to Pearl Harbor to a restaurant. I can't remember the name. Is it 604 maybe? But on the way, on the bus ride, we had a different bus driver that day who had a lot of knowledge, and he told us a lot of fun facts about Pearl Harbor and kind of like some important things about Pearl Harbor, like what was happening the day of the attack and like what kinds of people were there, which was really interesting and gave us some good like perspective and like history before getting there, which was nice.
welcome to Pearl Harbor Historic Sites. Today we'd like to introduce Okemos High School Band, all the way from the island of Michigan. They are under the direction of Mark Stice and William Blythe. They're going to be performing for you today some beautiful songs. First, I would like to just share a short story with the students that you guys are facing the Arizona. The men of the Arizona actually, they won a band competition the night before on December 6th. On December 7th, 1941, they were given special permission because they won their band competition, and they were given permission to sleep until 8 a.m. that morning. Now, on December 7th, 1941, the bombing did happen at 7:56. So those men of the Arizona will appreciate your guys' music that you're playing for them today. At this time again, this is Okemos High School Band, all the way from the island of Michigan.
Thank you so much. That was Liberty Fleet by Carl King. And our next selection is American Visions. And please welcome to the podium to conduct it, Mr. William Blythe. Be here on such sacred grounds without honoring the men and women who have served our country. So this next selection is the Armed Forces Salute. And of course, we always love to recognize our very own Marine and thank him for his service, serving our country, Mr. Blythe. The United States Army. United States Air Force. The United States Navy.
During our concert, I guess you could call it, we had a moment to talk about this wreath that we were having dedicated from Okemos High School for Pearl Harbor, and we also got this bowl, this wooden bowl we get to keep, my band gets to keep, and an American flag that was flown both at the Visitor Center and at the USS Arizona Memorial that we get to keep, which is super cool and a good way to remember both what happened at Pearl Harbor and our great opportunity to play there.
On behalf of Okemos High School, our local VFW, and American Legion, we would like to present this beautiful fresh flower wreath to the Pearl Harbor historic sites to honor those who served, those who continue to serve, and especially those who gave the ultimate sacrifice. We appreciate them for the freedom we have in our great country. Mahalo.
Right now the students are receiving a flag that they are going to be folding. This flag actually flown over the Bowfin flagpole this morning, and I do have a certificate here that I'll be reading. This certifies that the American flag was flown in special honor of Okemos High School Band from the flag staff of the USS Bowfin, moored at Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. This flag was also flown on December 7th, 2024, last year, over the Arizona Memorial. At this time, we do have a short presentation.
Oh, now na kalame kaliwai hale huano nakano. Oh, kauno ia. E ano ine. E ali ane ho io kai ki mai ha ki puno me ke aloha. Aloha e. Aloha e. E nā poi Hawaii, e nā poi Hawaii, e ki aina ka pā aina Hawaii, e nā opio, e nā makua, e nā kupuna. Hui ka ko I manawa, e hele mai, ma holoi pono, I nā mele a Okemos High School Band.
And so all that was basically also translate into enjoy this giant cereal bowl when you get home. Now again, it's appreciating your guys' true talent, and again, thank you so much for performing. Great job, and at this time, they'll have their last song, Okemos High School Band.
So we we just finished watching the Okemos High School band perform here at Pearl Harbor. It was really cool to get to see Emily and all of her friends perform in such an awesome setting. The backdrop in the video is probably not the coolest because they're right in front of the museum for the bowfin. What's really cool is that they were facing right out to the Arizona Memorial, and you could see that from where they were sitting.
What I thought was really fun though is one of their tour guides like introduced the band, and I loved it when she said from the island of Michigan. Gave me kind of chills, and just to know that our band, like our community, just out here at Pearl Harbor. The whole performance was great. So Liz saw it ahead of time, and she kind of gave me a tease, like, oh my God, they're gonna play like all the songs from the branches of the military. They're gonna do some other like patriotic songs, and it was emotional. I will say, like, I kind of like was wrecked at the beginning. Very proud of the students, Mr. Stice, the band director, everyone, the chaperones. They just did an awesome job with that performance.
We're waiting right now to see Emily for a minute. Obviously we saw her perform and we waved, but we wanted to say hi, maybe give her a hug, let her know what a great job they did before she goes back to having fun with her friends. And then after that, Scott and I have passes to go out to the USS Arizona Memorial. So I think that our time is 10:45 for that, and we'll head out that way, and then probably head out from Pearl Harbor and get some lunch and maybe do something else for the rest of the day. It was a beautiful day at Pearl Harbor, and a busy one as well. Today we were planning to visit the Arizona, but there are also so many other memorials and museums that you can visit. For example, the band toured the USS Bowfin and went to the Arizona. We always recommend booking your Arizona tickets ahead of time, as they usually sell out. The tickets are only $1 to go over to the memorial, so it's a great deal. There's also a walk-up waiting area, but it's not guaranteed, but it's still worth a shot if you're there.
Once we were done playing, we had, I'd say, about like 2 or 3 hours to just kind of explore Pearl Harbor. I'd say an hour, and then we did the USS Arizona. So for that hour, me and a couple of my friends, we all got the passes to tour the USS Bowfin, which is a submarine they have there. So we toured the Bowfin, got to see what submarine life was like for them, and see what their living quarters were like, and let's just say submarine life, not for me. I'm a little too claustrophobic for that.
When visiting the Arizona, you can line up early before a park ranger will inform you of the rules and best practices to follow when visiting. You then load a boat for a 5-minute ride over to the Arizona Memorial. You get to spend about 15 minutes there before it's your turn to board your returning boat, which allows enough time for you to pay your respects to those who lost their lives on that horrific day.
Once we were there, we had the opportunity, we all got leis when we got to Honolulu, and we all had the opportunity to cut our leis and throw the flowers into the water to honor all of the soldiers that lost their lives that day at Pearl Harbor, which was really cool. And it was really cool to see all of the flowers from my group just like flowing in the water. And it honestly, it was very emotional. I had a couple of friends get really emotional, and it was a really good way to like remember how lucky we are to have what we have in our lives and to honor those who gave their lives for us.
spend a bit more time exploring, looking at lots of different artifacts and walking through the exhibits. We also watched the short film about the attacks on Pearl Harbor, which we highly recommend doing at some point during your visit. had spent a few hours there at this point, and we were starting to feel a bit hungry, so we decided to wrap up our visit and get some lunch.
Had a good time at Pearl Harbor, wrapping things up there. We were there for about 4 hours or so.
Yeah, we were there for a while.
With the band performances and everything we did. And right down the road is a place called 604 Aloha, which we dined here the last time we visited Pearl Harbor. So we're gonna check it out again because it was a cool spot. Let's go have some lunch.
604 is a restaurant located right next to Pearl Harbor, and it's very laid back with open-air island breezes right off the harbor. There are cool views of the boats in the harbor, and it has a nice vibe with good eats, good views, and it's a great add-on to your Pearl Harbor visit.
We made it, we're at 604. I had to wait a little bit. It was like because they always do like walk-ups here, so it's about a 25-30 minute wait. Not too bad. You got the marina out here, watching Michigan lose in basketball. That's pretty awesome. So just gonna have a wonderful time here while we get some lunch here at 604.
I went with the Kahlua pork. I haven't had any yet on this trip, and I feel like you kind of have to do like a plate lunch at some point.
I mean, you haven't even been on the island for 24 hours.
I guess
It's about time you have some Kahlua pork.
On this trip. I know, that is funny. I feel like we've been here for a while.
Almost 24 hours. We're like 22 and a half hours right now.
It's kind of funny. It doesn't seem like it.
I went with a classic Scotty G, the fish tacos.
You do really like fish tacos.
I love fish tacos so much, and what was kind of cool, I like how they came with some chips and salsa too. I was feeling like, that sounds kind of good, you know? Fish tacos are normally just fish tacos, I feel like, and then you gotta order some other sides, so that's really good. I also went with a Happy Pill cocktail. There's some macadamia nut syrup in here, kind of like what I had for my coffee. Hold on, what do we got here? We got Uncle Ed's, I might swear for the first time on the vlog. I'm not going to, so I'll replace the word. It's Uncle Ed's Dang Good Classic Vodka, passion fruit, lemon sour, macadamia nut syrup.
How is it?
Tasty. I didn't realize you were filming there, Liz. Let me turn down the Steely Dan. Driving in Waikiki can be a pain sometimes. Lots of traffic, lots of stop and go. But anyway, I want to talk about 604. It's a cool place. We went there on our last trip to Hawaii, really enjoyed it.
Camera ahead.
There's a red light camera ahead. I said, as we got seated, oh, Michigan's losing. Very nice. And then they proceeded to dominate Texas A&M for a victory. So congratulations to my Wolverine fans. I was texting Jake during it. I'm the Wolverine good luck charm, I feel like sometimes, you know.
I think what I said is, you are bad luck for the teams that you like. So when you're watching a team you like, they generally don't do very well. And you're good luck for the teams that you don't like.
Not that this is a sports vlog channel, but that does make the Big Ten 10-0, and that was a Big Ten versus SEC win, so Wolverines got it done.
I guess. We'll give them this one.
Yeah. So what should we do, Liz? So it's about 2 o'clock. I think we're talking about maybe just walking around.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm still torn about whether I want to get in some water or if I want to go for a walk.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I know. Water is nice. But we all know, water takes time. It takes work, right? You got to change it to a swimsuit, then you got to rinse the sand off and all that. Or do we just keep our clothes on? Well, I mean, you know what I mean.
Our dry clothes on, maybe?
Keep our dry clothes on and do a little walking. So
we're going to figure that out, and we'll let you know what we decide.
Yeah, while we're stopping in this long traffic. So you will find out shortly what we decide.
Yesterday, we were in sort of a hurry and rushed over to get to the hotel, but today, after parking our vehicle, we decided that we would walk around the Sheraton a bit and enjoy our walk back, making a stop to see the koi fish once again. You'll soon see that we really loved paying a visit to this area and enjoyed time in the rocking chairs looking out at the resort.
Mentioned when I did the room tour, they gave us these reusable pink Royal Hawaiian water bottles in our room, and then they have this nice
water machine here that you can just refill it. There's a couple of them around, so it's nice. Saving all these water bottles from the landfill. 41,000 saved from this machine.
We absolutely loved the open breezeways of the hotel along the walkway back to our room. At one end, you had this cool sand sculpture, which was created in July of 2019 by Florida-based artist Thomas Coet. As you continue down the walkway, you walk by some of the different shops and have incredible scenery to view as you make your stroll.
Hey, guess what? I found my sunglasses. They were sitting out here on our balcony. Must have been after we had that awesome breakfast. But look at this. It is hopping at the beach. It's a gorgeous Saturday. Let's take a look. Oh my gosh, look at all those people out there. You got this, I don't know what these like rafts, these giant boats that are going out there. I had to learn more about that, but lots of surfing is happening still. It's just, it's paradise. I just can't get over this. You know, we talked about what should we do when we get back, but now that I'm seeing the ocean and walking by the pools, it might be swimsuit time. So should I suit up? Yes or no? What do you think? Are we going to go walking around Waikiki, or are we going to swimsuit up and go to the pool or the ocean? Drop a comment below. Where do we decide to go? Hello, so we went with the ocean first. I don't even know if this is working because it's in my phone. I can always take it out, I guess, and do a video.
I think let's just try this and we'll see, and then if we'll try something different.
And we'll just overdub something.
Yeah.
So look, so we got Diamond Head behind us, and then over here we have a hotel. I don't know what hotel that is.
That's the Sheraton.
Oh yeah, that's the Sheraton.
And
Yeah.
then
And then we got the Royal Hawaiian, the Pink Palace behind us, and I think that's the Moana Surfrider.
It's right there. The Moana Surfrider is right there. I can see it.
It's one of those behind me.
Shorter gray build. It's, I don't know if I can see it. Right there.
Okay. Oh, there it is. So anyway, it is glorious out here.
Just look at that view of Diamond Head from the ocean. It was so nice to finally get our swimsuits on and cool off and relax for a bit, as it had been a non-stop day so far. As you might have noticed in the last clip, the audio can get a little muffled or poppy since we're filming in the water, so thanks for bearing with us during these clips.
So you're wearing water shoes today.
Yeah.
Explain to those that aren't familiar, why are you wearing those?
Well, I don't know if you really have to, especially like right here, but some of the beaches, from what I've heard in Hawaii, you can have,
Well, that we've been to, we've seen, yeah.
Can have like sharp rocks because there's a lot of volcanic rock, and there can be things like sea urchins or other sharp things on the floor of the ocean that you could step on. And so I just personally feel more comfortable wearing my water shoes just so that I don't step on anything. Well, or if I do, I have protection.
There we go. I hope this turned out good because I got smoked by a wave. So sorry about the whiplash, everybody. Let's take a look at Diamond Head.
Once we wrapped up at the beach, we headed over to the Sheraton to see what their pool had to offer.
We are now at the pool over at the Sheraton Resort. So when you stay at the Royal Hawaiian, you get to use their family pool as well at the resort next door. So we just made our way from the beach into this beautiful pool area, and we're just having a swim.
Great view of Diamond Head still, but look at this. Like,
I know, like
we got a waterfall, slides.
It really reminds me of the pool at Alani.
It does remind me of Alani. There's our hotel, the Royal Hawaiian. And then, yeah, so we're like in the upper tier right now, but look at this. You just hang out, look at this, just chilling. Just chilling on that rock. And there's a big mountain back there. Yeah, it's pretty awesome over here too. A great benefit of staying at the Royal Hawaiian indeed, because you thought about booking the Sheraton just kind of for this pool almost.
Yeah, so I almost booked the Sheraton because I really like to look at their pools, and I still think I might be interested in staying here because they also have a really great adult infinity pool that we cannot use. But if you look at the hotel behind us, it's a lot bigger and a lot more of just like a basic tower type hotel. There's probably nothing wrong with it, but there's a lot more room, whereas the Royal Hawaiian is a little bit smaller, more intimate feeling. It just kind of has that charm that you don't necessarily get when you stay at a hotel like this. So I think we're getting, it's a win-win because we get to experience the resort amenities, but we get to stay at the like more charming kind of boutique hotel.
I agree. That waterfall, calling my name.
How was the waterfall?
You kind of need your water shoes for it.
Secret Island Beach.
Having a good time, Liz?
I'm having a great time. Are you having a good time?
Fabulous time. Look at these trees and blue sky, baby. Aloha. I never talked about my outfits today. Like I joked in the Be Our Guest podcast Discord I was going to do these fit checks. So rocking the nice Columbia PFT swim shirt. Really love these things for a redhead, fair hair skin guy. Those are clutch. And I love my little pineapple trunks today. These have those like briefs kind of built in so they're super comfortable, no chafing. So rock out.
Where are those swim trunks from, Scott?
These swim trunks, okay, that's funny, are from a great grocery store in Michigan called Meijer.
I mean, it's more than a grocery store. They kind of have everything.
They do have everything, but it's funny. Like, they sell some good stuff.
They do. Check them out.
And these are like
nice, comfy
You'll see
swimsuit.
some other swim trunks of mine that are awesome from Meijer.
Well, yeah, because you liked them, so I bought you one in like every
I
style.
have 4 of them. I only brought 3 of them, so here's the first one you're gonna see. They're
Pineapples. Awesome. Look where we ended up. We are at the Royal Hawaiian Pool now. So we did the trifecta. We were out in the ocean. We went to the Sheraton, and now we're here. So all the water.
So it was a good decision to go into the water then, wasn't it?
I think it was the right decision for sure. So it's funny because we debated even getting our suits on and going out here. And then instead, we didn't just go to the beach. We went to the beach and to both pools. So I think it was the right move.
And what's great, like Duke's next door is playing, they have a live band and they're playing some Bob Marley music right now, and I'm absolutely loving it.
It's really chill.
It's
yeah,
so
it's so
chill.
funny though too, because like look at this pool right now, how quiet
I know.
it is.
There's like 2 other people in here
to
right
all
now.
the chaos next door.
Yeah.
So you get like,
Well, look at that. Our room is up there somewhere. I will put an arrow next to where our room is now. And that's our room.
do you know which one?
Well, yeah.
You're gonna figure it out?
I'll figure it out.
Because I'm like, I haven't figured it out yet.
I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out. We are back in the room, and no, the ocean hasn't changed. It's still awesome. Look at the palm trees. Look at the waves. It's glorious. We're refreshed a little bit, rinsed off, got all the sand off, and now we're ready to walk around Waikiki. Let's do a little exploring. So I really didn't talk about what I was wearing today. No like Aloha shirts. Just we're going to Pearl Harbor, and I got a couple thoughts on that. I saw a woman wearing a bathing suit at Pearl Harbor today. Like, get out of here. That's kind of disrespectful if you ask me. But I didn't even want to wear a hat. So originally I didn't take a hat, but you guys all know about the sunglasses shirt hat. So I did end up wearing a hat, but it was a cool Pearl Harbor hat. So I'm rocking that right now. But I wanted to go like with a reddish, pinkish tone shirt. So I went with a Nautica, reddish, pinkish, salmon, whatever you want to call it, polo. Then I had to go with some blue shorts, you know, try to get that American look. And some red socks. Well, they're not red socks, they're white, but with like a little red stripe on it. So ready to explore the town. I'm feeling Hawaiian today, baby. Let's have fun. I also forgot to mention there is an awesome live band playing down here. I think I talked about it in the pool, but they are just killing it with the reggae. Actually, I heard like some 311 even playing out there. Just so chill, and I can just hear them right here from the balcony. Like, I want to get out and explore, but like if I had like a cocktail or 2 up here, I could just chill, relax, listen to them, just feeling the vibe, man. That's what it's all about. Live aloha, baby.
Once we got back to the hotel, we were able to change out of our concert clothes, put on some fun clothes, and hit the town. So we got to shop for a couple hours, I'd say. I remember I got some really good shave ice with my friends. It wasn't more traditional, it was more like fun and like, I don't want to say like hipster, but it had like boba and mochi and fruit and ice cream, and it was really good. Did a little bit of shopping. Speaking of shopping, I ended up buying some matching Hawaii shorts with one of my friends. A little gimmicky, but they were cute. So then after that shopping, went back to the resort. We changed once again, this time in my Hawaii shorts. And we got pool towels from our resort, the Twin Fin. Got our little pool towels, and we walked down to a park by the beach to have like a kind of cookout meal. So I think I had like some salad, some rice, some teriyaki beef, which was really good. And we just had a little picnic out by the beach, and we had some little free time. So me and my friends, we swam a little bit and we played some games by the poolside, and then that was it. It was a good night.
While Emily was having a great time with her friends, we started our Waikiki walking tour with a short stroll from the hotel, heading over to the Royal Hawaiian Center, one of Waikiki's main spots for shopping, dining, and culture. It sits on the historic grounds of Halumoa, where Hawaiian royalty once gathered under a massive coconut grove. In addition to shopping, the Royal Hawaiian Center offers free cultural classes like lei making, hula, and ukulele, showcasing Hawaiian traditions. Based on the crowd level, there appeared to be some sort of show starting right as we arrived.
So we left the room and we are at the
Royal Hawaiian Center.
Royal Hawaiian Center. And the reason we're here is because we're doing the Shaka app walking tour for Waikiki.
Yeah, so we had done a driving tour on our last trip with the Shaka guide, and we really liked it. And then we saw that they had a Waikiki walking tour, so we thought we may as well check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're not affiliated, not that we're ever affiliated with anyone, but highly recommend the Shaka app if you're ever in Hawaii, in any of the islands. It is spectacular, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think for like the price and everything, it's really nice. It's something that you can download and just do on your own, but you still get to hear some of the history and learn about the places that you're driving by instead of just driving around on your own, or in this case, walking. So
absolutely. So
we're gonna check it
out.
At
the Royal Hawaiian Center, let's go to the next place.
Our guide suggested that we check out the big banyan tree here, and also visit the Princess Bernice Pauahi statue. Due to the crowd, we couldn't get very close to the statue, so we moved on with the tour with the hopes of returning later to see it. This area was super pretty though, and we expect that it will be super nice at night as well. Yup, that's the entrance to the Sheraton again. At this point, it's basically our second home. It feels like we've had a few stops already here today, and on the walk back to our hotel, we learned some cool trivia about the Sheraton. It turns out that the Brady Bunch filmed their Hawaii episodes right here. That's pretty far out. We sat in some rocking chairs just off the lobby and learned a bit about the hotel's history. One of our favorite discoveries was about the Ernest Clegg map of Hawaii. We'd walked past it a couple of times before and thought that it was pretty cool, but then we found out that it's one of the only original pieces of art remaining from the hotel's opening in 1927. If you turn around from that spot and face the elevators, you'll see a shaft between the two elevator banks. That's where the mail used to drop down from the upper floors.
We have the Spanish Moorish architecture style with a traditional pink paint that was popular when it was built in the 1920s.
One of the most iconic features of the Royal Hawaiian is its bell tower. It's an architectural nod to the Spanish mission design, and it's iconic to the Waikiki skyline. I just love banyan trees, and our walking tour had us visiting several of them in Waikiki, including this one right here at the Royal Hawaiian's lawn. From there, we hit the main strip, wandering through Waikiki's iconic shopping district, taking in the sights and sounds, and making our way over to the next stop, the colorful Surfboard Alley. You'll see rows of surfboards here. This is actually where surfers store their boards for easy access to the waves in Waikiki. It's known as Surfboard Alley, and some of these board racks have been here for decades, serving everyone from local legends to beginning surfers.
Here we are doing our Shaka tour. We're in Surfboard Alley here, and he talked about these awesome boards. Like, look at that, we're surrounded by so many boards. And he also said there's this cool little like ice cream stand here, so of course we had to stop, right?
So I think it's like a chocolate flavored, and it's made out of banana and coconut, the ice cream, so it's not actually ice cream. And then it looked like they put honey on top of it, and there's some coconut flakes, some chocolate chips, some strawberry, and there was something else that you put in there, but I think it's supposed to be like all healthy things, but like a dessert, so we'll see how it goes.
Later in the tour, we took a moment to sit down and reflect, sharing some of our thoughts and what we had seen and experienced throughout the Waikiki walking tour.
My man had us walking on the beach. I did not know that was going to happen.
I was really unprepared for that. I had tennis shoes on because I had prepared for a walking tour. So I was really like, oh no.
He threw us for a loop there right after we, was it ice cream? What was it?
Yeah. So Scott, let's talk about that, because how did you feel about I think it's called like banyan. It wasn't ice cream, it was soft serve and it was frozen, but it was made out of bananas and coconut. not dairy. So, and then it had all like natural ingredients on it. So it was all about like nature is sweet enough, I think was their slogan. So it had just like this chocolate flavored banana soft serve, and then there was some honey drizzled on top for sweetness, and then there was strawberries and coconut flakes and a couple chocolate chips and some like Rice Krispie, crisp rice kind of things. But what did you think, Scott?
Well, my first bite, I think was all like coconut flakes. And I was like, oh, this is really bad. And then I had some more of it, and yeah, it was still bad for me.
Scott did not like it. I thought it was really good, actually. But I will say, Scott does not like bananas. And so I didn't expect the soft serve to taste as much like a banana as it did. I thought that their whole gimmick was that it was going to taste like ice cream. And it definitely tasted like a frozen banana with a chocolate flavoring.
Also, Emily would have liked this.
Yeah, but I thought it was really good. And actually, what it really reminded me of was like a banana split. Even though it didn't have any sliced bananas on it, it was cold, it had a banana flavor, there was strawberry. I really liked the coconut flakes and everything, so I really liked it. I thought it was good.
Well, I'm glad someone liked it on our group.
Yeah, because it was expensive too. I think it, with the tip, because they had like a tip thing pop up, I think I spent like $11.50 or something, and you saw that little cup, it wasn't very big.
Well, we saw someone get one out of a pineapple or something. It was kind of wild.
Yeah, the pineapple thing looked cool, but it also looked really messy. I don't know how you would carry just this like half a pineapple filled with soft serve around and not get so super sticky.
The international marketplace was super cool too. Massive. It was like 3 floors.
It was really big, and the thing is, it's not the biggest outdoor mall here in Oahu.
I'm afraid to know what that looks
like.
So
I'm kind of scared of the Ala Moana Center, but we'll see what it's like. Waikiki means spouting waters. So there's these different little fountains throughout this area. Have the statue of Don Ho, who is a Hawaiian music legend who popularized Hawaiian music in the 50s and 60s, or 60s and 70s.
If you take the escalator up to the second level of the International Center, you can find something pretty unique that's part of this incredible banyan tree. It's Don Beach's famous treehouse. Back in the day, this is where Don, who was the creator of the International Marketplace, had his office, and where he would even rent out the space for special occasion dinners for guests. Today, it has been recreated as a tribute to Don, sort of like a mini museum.
It was really cool. It was very cool with the banyan tree in the center of it that's been there since before they built it. Like, it's been there for a really long time, and so they actually designed the whole International Marketplace building around that tree so that none of the roots of it were impacted at all. So it's very cool, like nothing I've ever seen before.
Absolutely.
I was going to say like nothing you've ever seen before, but I don't know what you've seen.
Yeah.
Maybe
you've seen
sounds really commonplace to you, but it was really cool.
We are at the Moana Surfrider, one of 3 hotels we considered for this trip.
It is.
And it's very cool. These rocking chairs on this deck are nice and relaxing. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, I'm looking at a Crocs store, which is kind of funny.
That is kind of funny.
Shout out to our friends Wade and Shelly. They honeymooned here at the Surfrider, and they will get this before this vlog ever posts, even though I don't even know if they watch the episodes anyway, but we just got them an ornament, which I thought was kind of fun.
We were just walking by and saw a shop, and they had little wooden ornaments that had the Moana Surfrider on it, and so we thought, why not get that for them?
But the walking tour has been great. I think we're going to learn that this is probably the oldest hotel.
It is. I think he's starting to talk.
Oh, well, I got to pause my Shaka man. Hang out, hang loose for a second, all right? But yeah, so just an awesome tour, but really enjoying our time here, just walking around. It's starting to get a little dark. I think the sunset's
dusky,
coming.
Yeah, maybe put my sunglasses away.
Then we're going to have to find something to eat. I think we're almost done with the tour.
The minute you walk into the Moana Surfrider, it feels like you've stepped into another era. This beautiful hotel has been here since 1901 and is often called the First Lady of Waikiki. The grand staircase, giant white columns, and open-air lobby are just stunning. Upstairs, there's a little museum tucked away with some really cool artifacts, like vintage room keys, early 1900s photos, and old dinner menus. One of the highlights is learning about a live radio show that used to broadcast Hawaiian music right from the courtyard. It's a great spot to take a break, cool off, and learn some great Waikiki history.
at the Moana Surfrider, just hanging out. Oh, look at that lighting on me. I look good. We look good, don't we? Yeah. Anyway, we're just walking around doing our Shaka app, and then we saw the beach bar here, and it was open seating, and we're like, we're kind of hungry.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the
Mai Tai bar.
Mai Tai bar over at the Royal Hawaiian, because it's got like open air umbrella tables right on the beach. Great view.
I went with Atlantic High Breeze. They're playing Brown Eyed Girl, like the live music. I heard this song played twice at 2 different hotels yesterday. It must be the theme song of Waikiki. But cheers, friends. That is yum. What you got there, Liz?
I think it's a Kuleana breeze. I didn't know it was frozen though, so I'm a little bit intrigued.
How is it? Is it good?
It is good.
I like how the newspaper in the back is the Honolulu Tribune. Oh my gosh, what kind of french fries are those?
They're the crispy ones.
I was going to steal a french fry. I might not now, knowing that they're crispy coated. Yeah, I know, your boy went with fish tacos again, but I love fish tacos. I cannot pass it up. Earlier at 604, they were grilled, so these are kind of deep fried batter. Is that what you would call them, Liz? Or just battered? They're fried. I was at the Mai Tai bar last night. I had the Trader Vic's Classic, but here at the beach bar, I had to do another Mai Tai. It smells really tasty. We got that little pineapple chunk right there. Loving this spot. We got the great music going on. Food was okay. Drinks though, so good, so ono. We just finished dinner at the beach bar.
We did.
And it was a good meal.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
But if I had to compare it to last night's at the Mai Tai bar, I'm going Mai Tai bar.
I would take the Mai Tai bar too. I think the atmosphere was very similar. There's live music, it's on the beach, umbrellas, outdoor seating, so very, very similar. But I think that the Mai Tai bar, the food was better, the drinks were better, and they had pink umbrellas, so the atmosphere was even a little bit better.
Pink
and
umbrellas.
those little lights on the table, so I don't know. I mean,
It's not a knock at the beach bar.
No, like the beach bar is, if you're here, go to the beach bar.
Absolutely.
Like, it was good, it was worth it for sure.
But if you're here, go down to the Royal Hawaiian and also go to the Mai Tai bar too. We're going to wrap up the tour. There's a couple more stops, but it's getting dark.
It's completely dark.
And there's the cool statue that we wanted to see that Liz is so smart. And she's like, Scott, it's probably not lit. We should see that during the day.
Yeah, I mean, just from like pictures I've seen of it online, it looks like there's probably like ocean view behind it. And if it's dark, you can't see the ocean right now.
Can't see the ocean.
So it seems kind of silly to walk over there tonight.
To wrap up, we did a little shopping, making our first of many visits to the ABC store for some inflatables to have out in the ocean.
Success!
Before wrapping up our day, we walked around for a bit more and returned to the Royal Hawaiian Center to visit the Princess Bernice Pa'uahi statue that we had missed earlier. She dedicated her life to the education of Native Hawaiian children, and her statue stands in the Royal Grove, which we saw earlier today. It looks especially beautiful lit up at night.
I think that is a wrap on an amazing day here in Hawaii. We are back at the room, and we are right now just sitting out on our balcony in the nice little sofa that they have here. I've got my feet up, I've got a can of Diet Pepsi, and we're just listening to the live music coming up from Duke's down on the beach. It's a pretty nice way to end the night. You can hear the waves crashing and some soft acoustic music playing. Got a nice cold drink. So I think we are tired. We've had a long day. It was a great day. We started at Pearl Harbor and got to see Emily play. We made our way back to the Royal Hawaiian and really took great advantage of all of the amenities here with the pools and the beach, spent a lot of time in the water, and then we did that really fun walking tour of Waikiki. So I think that was a great day. We just got done with dinner,
I think we're gonna call it a night. So thank you for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. We really appreciate it. And we will see you tomorrow for another fantastic day here in Hawaii.